What is up, everyone? Welcome, episode 34 of Meet the Press. It is episode 34. I looked because I know I messed up last time. Episode 34. My friend Jared McDonald. What's going on, man? I haven't seen your face in a couple weeks.
I know it's been a busy couple of weeks. It's that time of year. A lot of things going on inside, outside of sports. Just the busy season. But we're back and we're here. I was gonna say better than ever, but we're here.
Yeah, it's I didn't do anything today just because this is going to be kind of like one of my last days off for a while. Um, Women's basketball, we have an exhibition on Saturday, and then we open the 12th against the Blue Raiders.
Middle.
Yes, middle, the Blue Raiders. Yeah, they come up to the Dirty Dale. But
They
anyway,
should
how
be
are you,
good.
friend? They should be good. Yeah, our coach
Good.
has already told our team multiple times. So like, this is probably going to be a tournament team. Like, there's a good chance this is going to be a tournament team. So just a heads up, they're going to come in here wanting to, because that's the. We're also going to do like a banner raising for last year's conference championship team. So yeah, I'm sure the middles wanted to come spoil that.
Yeah. No, I'm expecting them to be pretty good. I think they were picked to finish first in CUSA this year. Had a good showing last year. Had a good showing in the WNIT after the CUSA tournament. That should be a good one.
Yeah, we had. I know we talked about my football game yesterday. Didn't go well. The team that you cover football game did not go well either yesterday.
Yeah. No.
Tough day. Tough day.
Western Kentucky really struggled. It was a tough day for I'd say 2/3 of the FBS teams in Kentucky. Western
Yeah,
Kentucky, yeah, Western Kentucky lost 40-13 to North Texas, and that was a big time CUSA matchup because they were tied for second in the league going into that game, and now Western's going to need a little bit of a help if they want to get back in that conference championship game, and probably more than likely that game will be in San Antonio, Texas again. But who knows? You never know what the rest of the season could bring. That's why they say that's why they kick the ball off.
and then you had. I'm assuming Louisville won. I saw a bunch of Louisville people tweet, so I'm assuming they
Football,
beat Wake. Yeah,
football. Yeah, that
yeah.
was the one
We don't have,
third of the Kentucky
yeah,
FBS.
and then Kentucky did not show up against Tennessee. Um, Murray State got their first win yesterday.
Did they?
Yeah, they beat
Yeah,
somebody.
that's a good win.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have
Any
any.
any win
So
when you're like what? What were they? 0-8 to start
over.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. Any
So
win is a good win when you don't have one. Um, but yeah, I didn't watch that much college football yesterday. I watched our game, but other than that, I did not watch a lot. I'm watching Sunday night football like 3 feet from me as the Bills are up 7-0 on the Packers. Um, so I mean, football wise, my fandom is pretty solid right now.
yeah, but I mean, I feel like the Bills are good enough again to disappoint you. Your hopes are up.
Yeah, my hopes because well, why wouldn't they be up? Like what?
Well, no, they should be up.
Yeah,
But
I mean
have they ever not disappointed you?
that's not a question. Yes. So and then the only reason is, and I know we talked about this, is because I know how quickly it can go downhill. Like I know, like beginning of the season, we're all super psyched. Hey man, 17-0, whatever. Tre'Davious White goes down, top 3-5 corner in the league, whatever. Obviously, still doing okay without him, but yeah, I know how bad it can go down. I know how bad that can twist and turn. But ooh, Jared, it's 7:50, bro. You're
Been a
cooking
long
over there.
week.
What all are you cooking?
Ah, I've just been trying to use up some of the stuff in my pantry and in my fridge and my freezer.
I've done that. Yeah.
I had a pork butt I bought this summer. They were buy one get one. And I cooked one over the summer, and I stuck one in my freezer. And I was like, you know what? I need to get that out of my freezer. So I'm making some
Oh, wait,
carnitas.
Dahmer. Good job. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that show, so that doesn't register
Well,
with me.
I'm assuming you know the premise, though, right? Like, I'm assuming you know what it's about.
I'm assuming it's not a good thing when you say that to me.
Oddly enough, no, it's not a great reference. But continue about
Yeah.
this butt.
Yeah, no, I'm making some carnitas right now, but I also had some like
Ooh, that sounds
frozen
nice.
peaches. And I was like,
I
you know what? I'm
saw
gonna make
that.
like a peach crisp. And then I was like, you know what? I've got this baking mix in here. I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna make some kind of like cakey stuff in it, and then put like the crisp on the top. And so it
Like
ended
a
up being
crumble, like a dump cake crumble kind of thing.
yeah, kind of like that. I don't know. I just measured it all out with my heart, and I just did what I thought might work. That's
That's
how
the
I cook.
best. That's the best measuring tool there is your heart,
Yeah.
because I don't know. Also, I found this out the other day. My mom told me this because I talked about wanting. Ooh, Stephon Diggs just had a fumble. We were talking about measuring cups, and I said, and did you know like certain measuring cups are for like solids and some are for liquids? Did you know that? Like I thought measuring cups were measuring cups.
Okay. The design of them is for solids and liquids. Like you get the measuring cup with the handle and the little spout on the end for
Yeah,
liquids.
yeah.
And
Well,
you get
that
like
I
another
understand. Yeah.
cup is a cup.
Well, that I understand. But like the one, like even I'll still use like the little one with like a teaspoon. I'll even use that for liquid sometimes. But apparently you're not supposed to.
I think that's just an old rule that's dumb. Because a cup is a cup. A tablespoon's a
A cup.
tablespoon.
When
Yeah.
does a chair become, or when does a table become a chair?
When you sit on it.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Yep. That is the correct answer of that question. When you
I
said,
don't even know where that came from, but I was like,
I'm surprised. Yeah, that was pretty good.
thank you.
What is so? It's Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
Did you dress up for Halloween?
Hell yeah, I dressed up for Halloween for the first time.
I ask, like I know full well you dressed up, and I know exactly what you dressed up as. But I asked. We should have loaded up a picture. That's what we should have done.
Oh man, I'll let people use their imaginations. Yeah, I haven't
No,
dressed up in like 10, 15 years, to be honest. But I knew one of my friends was having a Halloween party this weekend. And I was like, it was a costume party, and I didn't want to be the one person to show up without a costume.
of course.
And so I was thinking of this costume, and I was kind of going back and forth. And then this week arrived, and I didn't pull the trigger and buy it off Amazon. So I was like, all right, I'll just get something cheap and easy. And I'm in this Halloween store, and I see that costume hanging up on the top shelf. And so I pulled the trigger, and I got it. Okay, so if you're wondering what it is, picture this.
How much was it?
You're driving by a used. I'm not talking about that. You drive by a used car lot, and what catches your attention is not the cars. It's a giant inflatable, wacky, wavy tube arm man thing just flailing around in the distance.
I just remember, like I always just picture the thing from like It's Always Sunny.
I don't remember that one. Multiple people sent me the Family Guy clip.
I've seen the one, the It's Always Sunny where like Sweet D is like dancing like the inflatable thing. She goes like, whoop.
That's what I pretty much did the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, when I wasn't inside, because when I was inside, I tell you what, man, that suit was a commitment. It was uncomfortable. It had a fan in it to inflate it. The arms probably went a foot and a half, 2 feet past my regular arms. The head was like 2-3 feet above my normal head length. There was one point I spilled a drink. I set my cup down to clean it up, grabbed the napkins, bent over to pick up to like wipe it up, and then my head knocked a bunch of other stuff over off the counter, and I was just like, man, I can't do this.
One year I went to a Halloween party. I think I was in college, and it was probably my freshman or sophomore year. and I went as Gumby. Like I had a Gumby costume that I got inside, and I went as Gumby. And I remember there wasn't a way to drink. Like there wasn't a hole for the mouth at all. So I just took like a knife and like cut like a little plus in it, and I drank through a straw all night.
Nice. Did you do anything for Halloween this weekend?
I did absolutely nothing. Now, like usually, so like back in the 80s, Carbondale used to be huge for Halloween. Like there were massive parties. Like we were a pretty big party school. Like Playboy said we were the #1 party school in the country at one time. And so like it has gone down significantly. I didn't go out last night. My roommate did, and he said that I said, were there a lot of people? And he goes, I don't know, but I would say no. Yeah, he likes the vibe, like the party atmosphere, and he said he did not have that here last night. Which I get. Like the bar he went to in Carbondale wasn't like the collegey bar. But no, I didn't do a daggum thing. I worked 12 hours yesterday, and then I went and got beat ups.
It was solid.
It was pretty good.
I did not go out. I just went to that friend's party. It was just a few friends, pretty much. Pretty chill, pretty laid back. Which is my kind of scene nowadays.
Did you have the best costume?
I don't know. It's tough to say. I don't know.
That's a no. What's your favorite?
If I did, I don't want to be like, hell yeah, my costume was the best.
Yeah, man, shit on all those other costumes.
Conceited.
Have we? Okay.
They're all special in their own way.
Okay, I know you have a persona to keep up on this podcast, Jared, but I'm getting kind of tired of it. But what's your favorite? Like, is there a costume that you remember, like, growing up?
I don't know. There's not really one that I was like, I loved. I did one of the inflatable sumo wrestlers one couple times.
That's always a good one.
Like a soldier when I was little with, like, all the Velcro stick-on stuff. And
I remember...
I did a Furby one year.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to make all of my costumes, like my brother and I's costumes, because she liked that stuff. And we would go to like our church like Halloween party and do like the costume contest, and we never won, like ever. Like she would spend hours. Like I think I was a raccoon one year, and like we painted my face, and like I had like a tail, like it was like a full setup raccoon. And we lost. And then like the next year I bought something from like Walmart and we won. And she's like, I'm never going to make another, like I'm never going to do that again.
I was talking about this with some friends who made their own costumes, and they looked good. I knew what they were. They were the people from the Emperor's New Groove. But they were talking about by the end of it, they're like, we probably spent as much as we would have if we just bought the costumes ourselves. We wouldn't have had to work.
That's true. You wouldn't have had to work. I mean, I feel like Halloween costumes are cool, but I don't know.
But too cool for you? Not cool enough for you? I don't know which one to use.
No, I mean, but you only use them one time. Like, I get it. You go to multiple parties, like a Halloween a Halloween like time, you know what I'm talking about? Like a 1 year of Halloween. But like how many people are like, oh, I'm gonna be the same thing at every party? People aren't usually like that. They're like, I'm gonna be at this party, I'm gonna be this at this party, I'm gonna be this and this. Like, and I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of wasteful.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why you just don't have a lot of friends.
Are you saying I don't have a lot of friends, or
no? I'm saying that's the key. If you don't have a lot of friends, you don't need to go to multiple Halloween parties. Then you don't need to dress up as different things.
I mean, that's true. because I mean that's a perk, is not having friends that do those kind of things. Or I mean, I have friends that do those things. That's just not. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna sound like a curmudgeon. Like, parties are fun. I like parties. I went to a Halloween party last Halloween. It was fun. It was a good time. But I don't know. You just have to interact with people and like, oh my god, I love your costume. It makes so much sense. And then you got some like dumb dude in the corner who dresses up as like an inflatable, and it's like, how do I talk to him all night? Like, what do we do? Like, what do we talk about?
every time you talk to him, he turns his whole body to look at you.
Right? He's got to turn his whole body to talk to you.
He's got this big balloon all around his head, so he can't hear shit that you're saying.
Like, you could have been like, I don't know, like an astronaut. You could have just said you were an astronaut.
Everybody.
No. I would love to be an astronaut for Halloween. That's one thing I've never been for Halloween.
I mean, I had the idea and I just committed to it. It was super hard to take off and put on, though. I will say that.
How, like, so like to go to the bathroom, did you like have to, did you need help or?
No, you just hold it. My batteries were dying by the end of the night, so I was not as inflatable as I would have liked to have been.
Did you like stay cool in it though?
It wasn't bad because it's got the fan that blows the air.
Right.
So.
Ooh, does it blow up your bum?
This is a family podcast.
But does it go up your bum?
No, it's like on the hip area.
Oh, okay. That would make sense because it's got to go around to the front and the back. Yeah.
So it takes like 4 AA's. I had a pocket though, so I could carry my phone. I feel like one of the when a girl has a dress and has pockets, and everybody knows that it has pockets. That's how I felt.
I
got pockets.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. I had someone tell me, they were like, if you want to impress your girlfriend, take her favorite dress and have pockets put into it. And my next question was, what would your next question be after someone told you that?
Why are you hating on my cargo shorts then? Oh, wait, what?
That wouldn't be it.
Is that no?
That's not the question.
Oh, okay. What's the question?
I didn't know you could put pockets in stuff.
Wait. You can just add pockets to clothing? How many more pockets could I add to my cargo shorts?
I don't know. I saw a stand-up comic. I think it was, I forgot who it was, but there was like a guy in the front row wearing cargo shorts, and the comic was like, "Hey, sir, like what do you do for a living? Why do you wear those pants? Like, why do you need so many like pockets on your pants, or like your cargo pants?" And he goes, I get made fun of a lot. And he goes, I just like them. I don't put anything in them. He goes, I just like the way they feel. And he goes, okay. He's like, all right.
I think you sent that one to me.
Oh yeah, I might have sent that one to me. It was CJ Miller, I think, wasn't it?
I don't remember, but I remember.
Yeah.
Watching that.
Yeah, I've been going down the Instagram reel rabbit hole lately because I still haven't done TikTok as much.
I feel like my whole TikTok now is DIY and cooking.
Yeah.
The occasional funny video. Like, I sat there. You know how you can do longer TikToks nowadays?
No.
It seems like they can go a couple minutes at least.
Oh, okay.
I sat there for probably like 3 minutes watching a guy teach another guy how to use one of those foam sponge like brushes the correct way. And I was like, this is so interesting. I love this.
What do you mean?
Well, like, you don't hold it flat, you hold it more up, so all the liquid has like a reservoir in it. It flows down to the tip and it goes out smoothly. It doesn't glob. And then when you get to the end, instead of just going like this and then going back on the other side, you turn the brush so it doesn't glob up.
What kind of brush are you talking about?
Like the paint brushes, but they're like just foam.
Oh, like the gray ones?
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
look
yeah.
like they're like beveled. Is it beveled? Is that the word I'm looking for? Beveled? Like it looks like they're on like an angle. Like they.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like a pentagon.
No, I think it's a. I think I'm thinking of the word bevel.
It's surprising how often I don't know
Oh
whether
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
using a word right or wrong.
Like this. Like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I do that a lot. Like I was talking to my mom on the phone the other day, and I was describing a situation, and I said, "Yeah, I'm like, this is really, this is really," and I didn't like, I could not think of the word that I wanted to use in that particular situation. It was very frustrating.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot. And sometimes I'll use a word and I'm like, I don't know if that's right. Especially if I'm writing something, I'll just avoid it entirely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what you have to do as a writer. If you don't know what a word means, you just don't
There are
use
certain
it.
ones that there are certain ones that trip me up every now and again. Affect and effect. I go
Yeah.
impact instead.
You can say affect and effect. I mean, that would probably be an easier way to differentiate those two instead of saying the same word twice. But yeah, that works too.
Yeah. Have you watched any of the World Series?
I watched a little. I've watched a little bit of both games. I haven't watched a lot. Um, I know that mattress guy put like 10 million or 2 million on the Astros.
That's not surprising. He's a Houston guy, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
Mattress
and if
Mac.
they win, mattress Mac, yeah. Um, no, I mean, I honestly, I feel like this is a Houston's been good for a few years, trash cans aside, but like I just feel like this isn't an exciting World Series.
No, I gotta be honest. I didn't realize we were already 2 games in.
Yeah, game three
It's like
tomorrow night.
there's no excitement among the general fan base about this World Series at all.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Um, and I think that comes and go. Like I'll say, because obviously I'm a big NFL guy. I don't think the NFL has been great this year up until this week. Offensively, this week has been the best week of the NFL um, by far, and I think that's what you want to see. Like you want to see touchdowns, you want to see home run. I mean, and granted, you get home runs in these games. I know. I think Kyle Tucker hit two in game one for Houston. Reese Hoskins won it in the 10th for the Phillies. Or no, not Reese Hoskins. JT Realmuto. Um, and so that's exciting. That's fun. But I just think, I mean, you do have some star power. You do have Bryce Harper. Love him, hate him. I don't know if you love Bryce Harper.
I feel like some of
Um,
his star power has died out over the years. Like I feel like people got a little burnt out on him.
he's kind of like the Bryson DeChambeau. I feel like. Um, I don't know. He works hard. I mean, I feel like he like cares. I just think he
I
may
work hard.
show it.
Doesn't mean I'm a star.
You're really good at what you do, Jared.
Thank you.
I don't know if I've ever
I
told you
actually
this.
was just fishing for a compliment there.
I know. I smelt it. Um, yeah, I think. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just not hype about it. I, and
no, I
it's the same
mean,
thing with like the NFL for me too. Like I think part of it too is college football this season has been so good that like and I watch college football for a living too, so that's probably part of it. But college football
you
this year
do.
has been so good that it's
It's been
hard
fun.
to
I think.
yeah.
Were there any like upsets near the top yesterday?
Um, not terrible upsets. I think.
Let me see. Let me see.
I think that the my biggest surprise was how bad Kentucky was against Tennessee. Like
They weren't
I
great.
had no way expected them to win that game, but they've just completely underachieved this year. Remember a few weeks ago we were talking about them, possibly going into this game undefeated.
Nope, don't remember that.
Okay, well, if you want to
Kansas
go
State
back,
beat the brakes off Oklahoma State 48-0.
oh yeah,
That was
OK State was
22-09.
what, number 9? Yeah,
Number 9. Notre Dame won at Syracuse. Considering their year, that's a pretty good win for them.
considering Syracuse is here too. Don't hate on the orange.
No, I'm saying like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's good. Who scored the dubs?
did you see the Michigan
Really.
State little brouhaha?
Yeah,
Scuttle,
man, that was a
the
that
fisticuffs.
was assault, brother.
Yeah,
Like,
that wasn't a
like
fight.
man, like
That was like 10-on-1.
I don't know what happened. I didn't see anything like leading up to that. So like I don't know what like how we started or how we got to that point. But
Yeah, me either.
that's kind of hard to watch. I mean, that's a legit brawl in the tunnel of a college football game.
Yeah, there was one video where the cop was just kind of standing back as it was happening. I don't know what he would have done in that situation that could have helped.
I mean, I saw one guy that was literally just still recording. Like he just dipped his phone in and was like trying to like get closer. And I mean, I don't know. I don't even know who won that game.
Michigan
Michigan.
State's not great this year.
Oh yeah, 29-7.
The biggest surprise this year is probably Illinois for me.
Yeah, man, Illinois still getting it done. They beat the brakes off of Nebraska yesterday. I got a friend that I have two friends that have an Illinois or not an Illinois podcast, but they have a podcast and they're both big Illinois guys. They talk a lot about Illinois. And I texted one of them a few weeks ago and I'm like, hey, is Illinois legit? And like, I think that's fun. Like whenever you think of the state of Illinois, obviously we got some footballers that come out of here with Chicago, whatnot, but like, it's not like a football college power state. I feel like a lot of times, because what
is Illinois a state where it's like
yes,
you live?
Yes, it is a state.
Okay, that was my first question. Is it Chicago and then is it Illinois? Like I know Chicago's in Illinois, but you know what I'm saying?
For a lot of people, it's like that. Like you have Chicago and you have like that one little 3-4 circle around it up there, and then you have everything else. That's probably kind of fair. But I mean, it's what, like the second biggest city in the country. I know it's like New York, LA, Chicago. It's like is always up there, but like
up there too, yeah.
I'm sorry, they're doing a haunted house thing on the broadcast, and it's not awesome.
Is it like a fake spider on their head or something?
No, like
they did that earlier at one of the games. I think it was on Jimmy Johnson's head. It was kind of weird.
Jimmy Johnson, like former Cowboys coach Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah, the football one. Yeah.
The football one.
We're talking about player.
Not really good NASCAR driver Jimmy Johnson.
How often do we transition from football to haunted houses to NASCAR?
I don't know, but now I'm going to do it next week.
We missed it last week. What?
I was going to say, what are you looking forward to this week, Jared? Do you have anything fun coming up with your job this week? Western doing anything cool?
I've got a whole basketball preview section to put together. I'm helping out.
Oh yeah, man, Hoop Start. We had a exhibition with Alabama yesterday.
Really?
Lost by 9.
It's not bad.
Just a heads up.
TC.
Alabama's like ranked, but I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, got a lady top scrimmage Tuesday, a man top scrimmage on Wednesday. I've got a high school volleyball game I'm helping out with on Monday.
Who's men's tops opener?
Not the exhibition, right?
Not the exhibition, like the season opener. Yeah.
They go to Eastern Kentucky. McBriar Arena.
Oh man,
I kind of like
Do you?
It's unique.
It's very unique.
There's a lot of cookie cutter arena. Like
There's a lot. Yeah, I will say of the arenas around, that's one of the more interesting ones. I remember covering all A volleyball there a few years ago, and like the air wasn't working, and it was awful. They had like those huge like hanger fans like on the court, and you just wanted to like get in front of them. It was awful. It's terrible. But yeah, EKU, we play men play Arkansas Little Rock. So just Little Rock. 'Cause I don't think they're the Arkansas anymore. I think they're just University of Little Rock.
yeah, just Little Rock.
And yeah, women are middle. Men open a week from tomorrow, and then women are a week from Saturday. Then it starts.
Dude, it's so soon. I'm still
It
like
is so
full on
soon.
in football mood. I've got to go to Charlotte this weekend.
Oh, you're on to
Football
Charlotte?
game.
You like Charlotte?
I say I have to. I get to. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's one of my
Yeah, you
favorites.
like Charlotte.
Charlotte's campus is super nice too. It might be my favorite campus in Conference USA, current Conference USA. We can throw in the SB3 that left this past summer too. I like it better than those three.
What's Charlotte's enrollment?
I don't know.
Almost 30,000.
It's not bad,
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
but it's just clean. It's nice. The city is awesome. I don't know if you've ever been there, but
I've never been to Charlotte. No. I may have to. Who would be your prize pick of the week this week?
oh gosh, if we did this last week,
You can double up.
we didn't. You want to go back? You want to backlog?
We can backlog.
Okay. Okay. So last week, it would be one Miss Taylor Swift for her 10th studio album, Midnights. Specifically the 3 a.m. version, because I think those final 7 songs made it more complete than just those first 13.
I've already had multiple discussions about this album with people in my life. Not you. I know you and I have talked about this album, but people that are in my life that are not you.
It was not my favorite Taylor Swift album, but it's just not as much my style. I mean, more of like a folklore Evermore or the like old school country stuff.
I mean, I can't be mad if there's a song called Maroon on there, and I mean,
I personally liked You're on Your Own Kid the best.
It's a good one. It's a good one. I liked Snow on the Beach. I like Snow on the Beach. What else? Maybe those two.
Yeah. Do you have a sleeper song that you feel like nobody's talking about that you liked? Because I feel like vigilante shit, Maroon, Anti-Hero, Snow on the Beach are like some of the big ones people are talking about. Maybe Midnight Rain too. Midnight Rain was good. Banger.
I like Midnight Rain. That's probably what I would say would be Midnight Rain.
Sweet Nothing is
Lavender Haze. Lavender Haze.
Yeah. Maybe at midnight. Sweet Nothing is probably my sleeper pick of songs nobody's really talking about that are really good on there.
That's a good one. I'll listen to that one on the way home again.
Do you have a backlogged last week prize pick award winner of the week before we get to this week?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't think that far back, man.
I'll just keep going then.
Yeah, keep going.
To this week? Yeah.
Yeah, go to this week. Go to this week.
All right.
I'm trying to think. I'm going to keep thinking. Maybe I can come up with 2.
All right. My prize pick award winner of the week this week is my friend of the podcast, Mr. John Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
Blazer Victory podcast. I hopped on Blazer Victory podcast before Western's game against UAB.
Did you already say friend of the pod?
Friend of the pod. I'll say
friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
My bad.
Yeah, I hopped on his podcast. talk some football, talk some CUSA. And today in the mail, just earlier today, before we started recording this, I have this Blazer Victory Podcast hoodie. It's extremely comfortable. Nice large logo. Looks good. So shout out to John Duncan, friend of the podcast. I was a little sad he couldn't make it to the game, but he was living life in Jamaica. So I can't really be mad at him for that.
That sounds rough. So if I had to give a prize pick last week,
You are messing up this whole flow.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just going to keep on messing it up. To give away a prize pick last week, I'm going to give it to my apartment complex because it was ridiculously hard trying to find a place to live in a college town like 2 or 3 months into the semester. But luckily got one, moved, not driving an hour each way anymore. That's awesome. So yeah, shout out to that. It's nice, again, sleeping 5 to 10 minutes from your office rather than an hour and 10 minutes from your office. Yeah. So my apartment complex would be my one from last week. This week, I'm going to go with our quarterback, Nick Baker. Let me read you his line yesterday so you can be in awe. Broke school record for passing yards in a game yesterday. I think that's when he broke. Lost 37-36, but Nick Baker 34-48, 485, and 3 yesterday. So, yeah, shout out to Nick. I watched him in the presser yesterday after the game. Obviously not happy, would have rather had the win. But given what he's done this year, for those of you who don't know, Nick Baker is 5'7", and it's pretty incredible to watch him run an offense the way he does it and the efficiency at which he does it. Sort of like a Russell Wilson who finally got a dub today, couldn't even do it in America.
Is that a good comparison?
I mean, the dude has a Super Bowl. He's married to Sierra.
Salukis Nation, let's ride.
So I was trying to think of a way to throw "Let's Ride" in there, and I was like, "How am I going to do it? How am I going to?" Did you see his interview after the game today?
Yeah.
As he was running off, he goes, "Let's ride."
Yeah. Oh man, I think I'm going to steal that as a phrase here.
Gosh, I did make a trade to get Jerry Jeudy on one of my fantasy teams. You don't care. You know fantasy football.
That means damn near nothing to me.
I am aware. Jared, it's been great to see your face this week.
We didn't even talk about Shaq.
Oh my gosh. How was it?
It was awesome.
He
was late though. He was late. He was about 45 minutes late.
Well, I'm assuming, you're on his time.
Yeah, that's true. He goes out on stage and it's like Hilltoppers. And then We Are the Champions starts playing. And he's like, UAB is going down tonight. And you know how the DJs do the transitions from song to song? It's super smooth. He did that, and then to another song, and then the Halloween theme song starts playing, which is kind of cool because, John Carpenter, the director, did all the music and stuff. It's from Bowling Green area. And then he was like, UAB is going to die tonight. And where everybody was like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Shaq.
No. We just want to win the game.
Yeah. Don't throw fuel on that, Big Diesel. What are you doing?
No, it was dope though. It was fun. It was electric.
Did he ask what a Hilltopper was?
No, I think he might have had someone tell him that they were the Hilltoppers.
Of course he did. Yeah.
But also there were big cutout letters in the front row that said Hilltoppers. So.
Well,
but he's also a sports guy, so he gets it.
Well, yeah, but not everybody knows what a Saluki is.
I didn't before this podcast started.
I know, and that makes me think I've been a bad friend to you for the last 5 years.
That's fine.
I'm okay with that. I'm good. You've been fine.
That's fine.
Well, guys, when you come back next week, you may have a different pod co-host. Everyone, thank you for joining us this week. Jared, safe travels to Charlotte. We will see you next Sunday.
Meet the